Hello everybody, welcome to my channel Programming in C with RSK, and I am Rajendra Kulkarni. Friends, in this video we are going to learn three-dimensional array of strings. We have up till now seen strings which are one-dimensional array of chars. Then we have seen two-dimensional arrays of strings, and now we are seeing three-dimensional array of strings. So let us start with a simple program. In this program, we have arranged the three array in such a way and accessed it that one of the elements of the array contains name of the nations, and second element of the 3D array contains name of its capitals. And when the user inputs the name of the nation which is within the array, which is within the array, then the program displays the capital of that particular nation. So let us start with a small program. The usual two files we have included, stdio.h and string.h. Then there is a 3D array of strings which we have declared with the name nations. Please look at the subscripts. This nations array has 2 as the first subscript, 5 as the second subscript, and 15 as the third subscript. We have entered names of 5 nations and their capital, respective capitals, in this array as its elements. So this is how we are declaring and initializing the 3D array of strings. The 0th element of this 3D array is a 2D array containing names of the countries which I explained earlier. So we can see this is the 0th element of the array, and it has 5 countries which we have entered as strings: India, USA, and so on. Then the element number 1, or first element of this 3D array, is a 2D array containing names of the capital cities of this country. So what we can see from these declaration and initialization of the array, each 2D array has 5 numbers of 1D arrays as its elements. So the 0th element, which is a 2D array, has 5 strings as its elements. Similarly, the first element of the array, it has 5 strings as its elements. So these 5 relate to the number of strings which we have entered as the array elements names. Then each 1D array has a 15 char constant as its elements. So 1D array, which is a member of the 2D array, in the 0th element of the 3D array, each 1D array contains 15 maximum 15 constants, char constants, as the elements of the 1D arrays, which are becoming part of the 2D arrays, which itself is the elements are of the array nations. Then we have declared one char string, one string named str, Then the program prompts the user to enter the name of the nation, and that name which has been entered is assigned to the string str. Then we go for a string comparison of these two arrays, these two, the string str and the element of the array, 0th element, whatever are the strings in the 0th element of the array, because 0th element contains names of the nations. So this statement, while strcmpi into the bracket and nations 0 subscript 0, first subscript is 0, second subscript is I, third subscript is again 0. So when the while loop executes, the name of the nations which we have entered as a part of, as a input to the string str, when it is equal to one of the string which is forming part of the 0th element of the 3D array, will when these two strings, the string which we have entered and the string which is the element of the 0th, which is the element of the 0th element of 3D array, when these strings compare and becomes equal, what we get is the element number of 0th element of 3D array, which is matching with the input given by the user. And since we have arranged both these 2D arrays of the 3D array as in a way that the names of the nations are indexed and the capital of the nations are indexed in the same way. So 0th element of nations, 0th element 3D of the first element of the 3D array, it is India. So its index in the array which we have initialized with the capitals remains is the same. We have matched that, we have kept that, we have, while initializing the array, we have taken care. So capital of India is New Delhi. India appears as an element 0 of the first element of the, or 0th element of the array nations. Then its capital becomes the 0th element of the element number 1 of the 3D array nations, and this logic or this arrangement has been maintained throughout the declaration of the array. So when I increments and when the loop comes out, or the when loop terminates, while loop terminates, I will contain the index number which corresponds to both the nation's name which we have input and its capital name appearing as a element, first element of the 3D array. And then this printf statement, it outputs or displays the name of the nation or name of the capital of the nation which we have entered in string str. Please note, in this program, what happens if no name of the array of the nation matches with the name of the nations which are becoming elements of the array, what will happen? The while loop will become infinite loop. And hence, to take care of that, we should change the code so that this while loop doesn't become infinite loop. Actually, what we should do here is we should add a code in such a way that the while loop doesn't become infinite loop for the entries made if the user enters any name of the nation which is not in the list. So when I ran this program, I entered Japan as the input name of the nation, and the output from the program gives me the name of its capital as Tokyo. So this is the way how a program explains the 3D array of strings here. Now let us see how this 3D array of strings is stored in the memory. This chart shows the way all the elements of the 3D array are stored in the memory. So this is location number 100. Please note, this is just an arbitrary number I have chosen. Actual memory location number in our program will differ definitely. But just to explain how these memory locations are allocated, or how the elements are allocated, we can see here if the allocation starts, if the array starts from location 100 in the memory, then first 15 bytes in the memory are allotted to the 0th element of the 3D array, and accordingly all the elements are contiguously allotted memory locations. So 100 is the 0th location and 248 will be the last location or the end location where the array will end. So thank you very much for watching this video. Please like and share my videos. Visit my channel, the ID of which is given here. Thank you.